I wanted to talk about Venus going into its retrograde in Capricorn, which is happening on December 19th, the same day as the full moon in Gemini, because yesterday we had first of our three exact conjunctions to Pluto. There are so many different meanings and manifestations of both Venus and Pluto, but from my observations of 2020 to 2021, I just wanted to share with you what I believe is to be one of the most important facets of this transit. Capricorn rules our structures and our skeletal system. So I believe the big conjunctions that happened in 2020, breaking down our structures and what we believed would give us safety and security. And also with it being in Pluto, our need to transform what does not serve us anymore in order for us to create something new. Venus rules a lot of things, like I mentioned. It rules money, our value systems, our worth, our relationships. It is a binding energy, so it really is the planet that attracts us to the things that we like. I talk to my New York friends all the time, my New York friends who've spent a decent amount of time in LA. Now, people from LA, don't come at me in the comments. This is my observation and our observation as New Yorkers. So I live in an area where it takes anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to get to anywhere, really, to visit my friends. And when I've spent a considerable amount of time in LA, it takes that much time and possibly even more with just the way that the city is structured and how much traffic there is. But I would notice that my friends in New York would take the time to meet me in the city or upstate. It didn't really matter how much time it took because it was just ingrained in your mind that it would take time. But I noticed in LA, a lot of the conversation is revolved around driving, transportation, and time. And I noticed a lot of people wouldn't take that time and effort. So again, in New York and LA, it's the same amount of time to see people, but I think the values are just different. And I really believe it's the values that we were ingrained with. New York is a Capricornian city, so innately we all understand that things are going to take time and effort. And if relationships are important to you, right, Venus, it's going to take time and effort for the long-term relationships that you want to have in your life, Capricorn. And of course, like the infrastructure does not support that in LA. Or one could argue it's also the mindset of the people there. So Venus retrograde in Capricorn is asking you, what are you willing to make an effort for and how much time are you willing to put into it? What do you value?